So when you go to end a series, it's always difficult. There's all these things that readers want to know, and especially if you fall in love with the characters, you never want it to end. If I had to pick one book out of all books that carries the biggest piece of my heart, The Destiny of the Galaxy would be it. And we were having just a lot of stuff going on on a personal level, and a lot of that emotion came out in the book. A lot of it just, I would be emotional, I would go dump it into the story. So a lot of the emotion that is in The Destiny of the Galaxy is very much real. And I think one of the things that, one of the pivotal scenes for a while gave me a lot of trouble. For those of you who've read it, you'll understand. It's right after the trial, and there's some people sitting around talking about the results, very distraught. And that scene was probably one of the most difficult because I couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted to go. Especially how James reacted was definitely was a point of debate for me. James was very difficult through the entire thing, just trying to figure out him. Guys are always difficult to figure out, but James was especially difficult in the story. Maria obviously is gone through a stage where she no longer feels needed. She's kind of, she had all this grand adventure in the first two books, and it kind of just ceases, and it's tough. And I think that one of the things that I got frustrated with other books is that it's just like life was one grand adventure, just all these things happening over and over again. Even some of the stories that I loved as a kid, like Happy Hollisters or Bobbsey Twins or Five Little Peppers, it's just like things are constantly happening, the interesting things, and there's never a downtime. And so I think out of that came this desire to have kind of what would it be like if just all that adventure ceased. And my most vivid memory, though, of this book will always be the scene. For those who have read it, there is a scene by the lake, the nymph sea, and there is peace in the storm. This one, it's on page 96 of the paperback, and which actually you can get the paperback of this one, even though you can't get the other two. This is what happens when you make a publisher change. Last book of the series. But this chapter, I remember I was editing it, and there was just so much going on in my life at that point, and it was really difficult. And I reread this, and I was editing, and I started crying. I couldn't even remember writing some of the stuff I did. I remember editing and just going, wait, where did this come from? I don't remember this part. I don't remember writing the word. I mean, I remembered the scene. I remember liking the scene, but I didn't remember some of the words, writing the words. And there was one scene in my books that I got the most out of. It would be this one. I've reread it during difficult times because it has mirrored so much of what I've learned, is that God doesn't necessarily always calm the storm, but there's always peace within the storm. And sometimes really tragic things happen, and it's tough. I actually wrote a post, a farewell to Maria, because she walked through a very difficult time in my life. Between the time I was about 17 till the time I publish on this book, which was quite a good span of time. It was just the constant companion. When did I? Oh yes, 2012. So between 2007 and 2012, I spent almost daily time with Maria. And I still remember there was a grieving time to when I said goodbye. because while I can always revisit the characters, it's not the same as when you're writing and editing and constantly getting to know the characters. If you want to pick this one up, definitely read the first 2 books. Why you would read a trilogy out of order, I do not know. But things will not make sense if you do not read them, because one of the things I do not like doing is repeating myself. So that wraps up the Destiny trilogy. I hope you enjoyed these introductions. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. If you've read the trilogy, let me know your thoughts. I always like hearing from readers and knowing what they got out of it.